Hello everyone, I am Deepashri. In our previous class, we discussed about definition of universal motor, state the construction of universal motor, explain the operation of universal motor, definition and construction of silicon control rectifier, that is SCR, explain the operation of SCR, explain the speed control of universal motors using SCR. This video is about install an inverter with battery and connect it in domestic wiring for its operation. Objectives. In this class, we will discuss about define inverter and explain its wiring diagram, state how to choose right inverter, state the components of an inverter, state how to select the place to install an inverter and battery, explain how to install the inverter with battery and load and check for its performance. Inverter. An inverter is an essential component in a power system that converts DC, that is direct current power, from a battery into AC, that is alternative current power, that can be used to run various household appliances and electronics. Whether you are setting up a new inverter system or troubleshooting an existing one, understanding the correct wiring diagram is crucial for efficiency and safe operation. Inverter wiring diagram. An inverter wiring diagram is a visual representation of how the various components of an inverter system are connected. It shows the flow of electricity from battery source to inverter and then to the loads that are being powered. This diagram is essential to understand how the inverter system is set up and how the different components interact with each other. The inverter wiring diagram typically includes labels for battery, inverter and loads, as well as indicators for the positive and negative terminals. It may also include additional components such as fuses, switches and circuit breakers depending upon the complexity of the system. These additional components are important for protecting the inverter and loads from electrical faults and overload. Choosing the right inverter. When it comes to selecting an inverter to your electrical system, it is important to choose the right one that meets your needs and requirements. There are several factors to consider when making this decision, including power output, voltage compatibility and efficiency of the inverter. Power output. The power output of an inverter is one of the most important factors to consider. It determines how much power an inverter could supply to your electrical device. You need to choose an inverter with power output that is sufficient to handle the total power consumption of your devices. Voltage compatibility. Another crucial factor to consider is voltage compatibility of the inverter. You need to ensure that the inverter is compatible with the voltage of your electrical system. Most inverters are designed to work with a ranges of voltage, but it is still important to double check the specification to ensure compatibility. Efficiency. The efficiency of the inverter is an important consideration, especially if you want to minimize energy wastage. Look for an inverter that has a high efficiency rating, as it means it will convert a large percentage of input power into usable AC power. Components of an inverter. There are several key components that make up an inverter, each playing crucial role in its operation. Input stage. The input stage of an inverter is responsible for converting the DC power from a battery or a solar panel into a form that can be easily processed by the inverter's internal circuitry. This stage typically consists of a power converter such as a buck or boost converter, which adjusts the voltage and current level to match the requirements of the inverter. Control circuit. The control circuit is the brain of the inverter, which is responsible for regulating and controlling the various functions of the device. It receives inputs from the user such as desired output voltages or frequency and adjust the inverter's operation accordingly. The control circuit also monitors input and output conditions to ensure safe and efficient operation of the inverter. DC-AC conversion circuit. The DC-AC conversion circuit is the heart of the inverter and is responsible for the conversion of processed DC power into AC power. This circuit typically consists of the power transistors or thyristors that switch on and off at high frequencies to create a pseudo AC waveform. The switching frequency and waveform characteristics can be adjusted to match the requirements of the connected load. Output stage. The output stage of an inverter is responsible for filtering and shaping the AC waveform generated by the DC-AC conversion circuit. It typically includes the filters and transformers to remove the high frequency harmonics or distortions and to adjust the voltage and current level to match the requirements of the connected load. The output stage may also include protection mechanism such as over voltage and short circuit protection to ensure safe operation. Selection of place for installation of an inverter. To connect inverter to the supply line, suitable place for inverter is to be located. That place must be nearer to the service energy meter and ICDP switch and provide a 3-pin output socket from the main supply for the inverter and connect the inverter to the socket as in this diagram. Installation of inverter. Collect the suitable inverter with sealed free maintenance battery to be installed and check for their proper function. Place the inverter's battery to a suitable place near the inverter and connect the battery to the inverter. Keep the battery as close as possible to the inverter so that the wire connecting the battery terminal to the inverter can be small and current loss is reduced. Make sure the battery is fully charged before installation. The positive terminal of the battery, that is red wire, is connected to the place provided for the positive terminal of the inverter and the negative terminal of the battery, that is blue or black wire, is to be connected to the place provided for the negative terminal of the inverter. When connecting battery terminals to inverter, use special auto wires. Do not use common mains wiring with wires such as 3x20 and 7x20 etc. Connecting the battery terminals using this wire will not provide proper connection between the battery and the inverter. After connecting the battery, put some grease or wasteline on the battery terminals, which reducing the terminal corrosion. All the connection is completed. Take the output from the inverter's output socket and use it to power the load. Do not use 3x20, 3x22 or 7x20 wires commonly used in house wiring. The output is taken from the phase out pin of inverter output socket and is provided to the on or off switch on the wall pass. The neutral line is common for both the inverter output and the mains AC line. So, only one wire for the phase line can be drawn from the inverter's output socket to the switches. In this diagram, one bulb, one fan and a 2 output socket is connected to the inverter's output and the other devices in the room, that is one tube light, fan 2 numbers and a 3-pin output socket is directly connected to the mains AC line. In the 2-pin socket should not be connected with the heavy load during power off, only small load like mosquito repeller can be connected. As in diagram, the load connected to the inverter will get the main AC supply. If the main supply is on at the same time, other devices will also work on the main supply because they are connected directly to the mains AC supply. But at the time of power shutdown, the devices directly are connected to the mains AC will stop functioning and the devices which are connected to the inverter output will keep on working on the inverter output. Later, if the main AC supply returns, the inverter once again connects the load which are connected to its output to the main supply. This process is shown in this diagram. Connecting batteries to an inverter. While connecting batteries to an inverter, it is important to follow the correct wiring diagram to ensure safe and efficient operation. The wiring diagram will vary depending upon the specific inverter model and battery setup, but there are some general principles that apply to most installations. Determine the voltage and capacity of the batteries. Before connecting the batteries to the inverter, you need to identify the voltage and capacity of the batteries. This information is typically specified on the battery itself or in the manufacturer's documentation. It is important to match the voltage requirements of the inverter with the battery to ensure compatibility. Connect the positive and negative terminals. The first step in wiring the batteries to the inverter is to connect the positive and negative terminals of the battery. This is usually done by using thick gauge cables or copper bus bars. The positive terminal of one battery is connected to the negative terminal of next battery in series, creating a chain of connected batteries. Connect the battery bank to an inverter. Once the batteries are connected in series or parallel, depending on the desired voltage and capacity, the battery banks are connected to the inverter. This is typically done by using appropriate cables, taking into account the distance between the batteries and the inverters. It is important to choose the cables with correct gauge to handle the current flowing between the battery banks and the inverters. Install appropriate fuses or circuit breaker. To protect the battery bank, the inverter and wiring from excessive current, it is recommended to install appropriate fuses or circuit breaker in the connection between the battery bank and the inverters. These safety devices will automatically disconnect the circuit in case of an overload or short circuit, preventing damage to the components. Test and monitor the system. Once the batteries are connected to the inverter, it is important to test the system to ensure everything is working properly. This includes checking the voltage and capacity of the battery, verifying the proper functioning of the inverter, and monitoring the system for any sign of overheating or abnormal behavior. In this class, we discussed about define inverter and explain its wiring diagram, explain how to choose right inverter, state the components of inverter, state how to select the place to install an inverter and battery, explain how to install inverter with battery and loads and check for its performance. I hope you all understood this topic very well. Thank you for watching, and we will meet in our next session.